Get ready to discover some of the most valuable and rare coins that could completely change the way you look at pocket change. Today, we are counting down the top 5 coins that have shocked collectors with their incredible auction prices and hidden rarity, from old wheat pennies to surprising mint mark variations. These coins may look simple, but they carry massive value if found in the right condition. So if you have a coin collection or even a small jar of old coins at home, this video might just reveal a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Stay with us as we break down the top 5 coins and what makes them worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's get started. First coin, the 1929 Wheat Penny, is one of those fascinating coins that continues to attract attention from collectors and investors alike, especially when found in exceptional condition. And while millions were originally produced at the San Francisco Mint, identified by the small S mint mark beneath the date, only a very limited number have survived in high-grade condition, making them extremely desirable in today's competitive coin market. And when we talk about circulated examples, most of these coins show clear signs of wear from everyday use, including scratches, surface abrasions, and a general dullness that comes from decades of handling. However, even among circulated coins, the level of preservation can vary significantly, with some pieces still retaining partial detail in the wheat ears on the reverse and the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. And this is where condition becomes a critical factor in determining value, because a 1929 wheat penny in very fine condition will still show moderate wear but maintain sharp outlines and readable lettering, while coins graded at extremely fine or higher begin to display much stronger detail and minimal flattening on key design elements. And as collectors know, the difference between grades can mean thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in value, especially when the coin is rare to begin with. Now, when examining the surfaces of a 1929 penny, experts pay close attention to the presence of scratches, contact marks, and any signs of cleaning, because these factors can significantly reduce the coin's desirability. Original surfaces with a natural brown or reddish-brown tone are highly preferred, and coins that have not been harshly cleaned or altered tend to command much higher prices at auction. Moreover, luster plays an important role, even in coins that have seen some circulation, as traces of original mint luster can greatly enhance visual appeal and overall grade. And when you combine a scarce date like 1929 with exceptional surface quality and strong eye appeal, you begin to understand how such a coin could reach extraordinary values in today's market. In fact, top-tier examples of the 1929 wheat penny, especially those graded at the highest levels by professional grading services, have been known to achieve auction prices approaching or even exceeding $590,000, a figure that may seem unbelievable for a 1-cent coin, but is entirely possible given the right combination of rarity, condition, and demand. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins that exhibit sharp wheat stalk details on the reverse, clear separation of lines, and a well-defined portrait of Lincoln, along with minimal distractions on the fields. And these qualities are rarely found together in a coin from this era, which explains the intense competition whenever such a specimen appears at auction. Another factor that contributes to the high value is the historical significance of the Wheat Penny series itself, which was minted from 1909 to 1958 and remains one of the most and widely collected coin series in the United States. The 1929 issue stands out not just because of its lower mintage compared to other years, but also because many of these coins entered circulation during a challenging economic period, leading to heavy use and fewer well-preserved examples surviving to the present day. As a result, collectors today are willing to pay premium prices for coins that defy the odds and remain in outstanding condition. It is also important to note that authentication and grading are essential steps before assigning such high values, as counterfeit coins and altered dates do exist in the market, and reputable grading services provide assurance of authenticity and condition, which in turn builds buyer confidence and drives higher bids for anyone interested in coin collecting or investing. The 1929 Wheat Penny serves as a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can become an extraordinary asset when rarity, condition, and collector demand align. And whether you are searching through old coin jars or attending high-end auctions, the possibility of discovering or acquiring such a valuable piece continues to fuel excitement in the numismatic community, making the 1929 Wheat Penny not just a coin, but a remarkable piece of history, with the potential to reach astonishing values in today's auction market. Next coin, the 1939 Wheat Penny without a mint mark, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, is a coin that at first glance may seem common, but becomes truly extraordinary when found in exceptional condition, especially in extra fine or higher grades, because while millions were produced during that year, the majority entered heavy circulation and developed visible wear over time, leaving very few examples that retain strong detail and clean surfaces. And this is where collectors begin to recognize its true potential value in today's competitive auction market. A circulated 1939 penny typically shows signs of use, such as scratches, surface wear, and dull coloration, with the high points of Abraham Lincoln's portrait appearing smooth and flattened. However, an extra fine example stands apart by preserving much of the original detail, including clear lines in Lincoln's hair, a defined cheek and jawline, and strong visibility in the wheat stalks on the reverse, where individual grain lines can still be seen. And this level of preservation significantly increases desirability among collectors who seek coins that balance history with visual appeal. Surface condition is one of the most critical factors in determining value, as even minor scratches or contact marks can impact the final grade, and coins that exhibit smooth, problem-free surfaces with minimal distractions are far more likely to achieve higher auction prices. Original color also plays an important role, with collectors favoring coins that display natural brown or reddish-brown tones rather than those that have been artificially cleaned or altered, because originality adds both authenticity and character to the piece. And when examining a 1939 wheat penny in extra fine condition, experts will carefully inspect the fields and devices for any signs of damage or restoration, ensuring that the coin remains as close to its original state as possible. Another key asset is the presence of remaining luster, as even a slight glow from the original mint finish can elevate the coin's overall eye appeal, making it stand out in auctions, where presentation matters just as much as rarity. Although the 1939 no mint mark penny is not considered one of the lowest mintage coins in the Wheat Penny series, its value skyrockets when an example surfaces with exceptional preservation. And in rare cases where a coin approaches near mint state quality, with extra fine details, minimal wear, and outstanding surfaces, auction prices can reach astonishing levels, sometimes climbing toward $580,000 when the coin is certified at a high grade and backed by strong collector demand. This may sound surprising for a 1-cent coin, but in the world of numismatics, condition rarity often outweighs mintage numbers, meaning that a coin which is common in lower grades can become incredibly scarce in higher grades, and that scarcity drives competition among serious collectors and investors. The historical context of the 1939 wheat penny also adds to its appeal, as it was minted during a period when the United States was emerging from the Great Depression, and coins from this era often saw extensive circulation, making well-preserved examples even more remarkable today. Collectors appreciate not only the coin's design, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat ears on the reverse, but also the story it represents, connecting modern collectors to a significant period in American history. Authentication and grading are essential when dealing with high-value coins like this, as professional grading services provide an unbiased evaluation of condition and confirm authenticity, which in turn increases buyer confidence and can significantly impact the final sale price at auction. Coins that are properly graded and encapsulated are more likely to attract serious bids, especially when they exhibit strong eye appeal and minimal flaws for collectors searching through old collections or purchasing at auctions. Next coin, the 1946D Wheat Penny, is a fascinating coin that captures the attention of collectors when found in exceptional condition, even though it was produced in large numbers at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark beneath the date. And while most of these coins entered heavy circulation shortly after being minted, only a very limited number have survived with strong details and clean surfaces, making high-grade examples especially desirable in today's auction market. A typical circulated 1946D penny will show clear signs of use, including scratches, surface wear, and a general softening of the design, particularly on the high points of Abraham Lincoln's portrait, where the hair and cheek often appear flattened. However, when a coin is preserved in extra-fine condition, it retains much of its original detail, with Lincoln's hair still showing distinct lines and texture, and the wheat ears on the reverse displaying visible grain patterns and separation, giving the coin a much sharper and more appealing appearance overall. Surface quality plays a crucial role in determining value, as collectors carefully examine each coin for scratches, contact marks, and any evidence of cleaning, because even small imperfections can significantly affect the final grade and desirability. Coins with smooth, original surfaces and minimal distractions are far more likely to achieve higher prices, especially when they also display a natural brown or reddish-brown color that has developed over time without artificial enhancement. Another important factor is the presence of remaining mint luster, as even in extra-fine condition, traces of that original shine can greatly enhance eye appeal and make the coin stand out in a competitive auction environment. The combination of strong detail, clean surfaces, and attractive color is what transforms an otherwise common coin into a highly sought-after collectible. And this is particularly true for the 1946D Wheat Penny, which, while not rare in lower grades, becomes increasingly scarce as condition improves. Collectors understand that condition rarity can drive value far beyond what mintage numbers alone might suggest, and this is why exceptional examples can command astonishing prices. In rare cases, where a 1946D penny is preserved at an unusually high level, with extra-fine details approaching near mint state quality, minimal wear, and outstanding eye appeal, auction results can reach extraordinary figures, sometimes climbing toward $570,000 when certified by a reputable grading service and presented to serious collectors who recognize its uniqueness. This level of value may seem surprising for a 1-cent coin, but in the world of numismatics, the combination of condition, demand, and visual appeal can elevate even common dates to remarkable heights. The historical context of the 1946 wheat penny also adds to its significance, as it was minted just after the end of World War II, a time when the United States was transitioning back to peacetime production, and coins from this period often circulated heavily in a growing economy, making well-preserved examples increasingly difficult to find. Today, collectors are drawn not only to the coin's iconic design, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat stalks on the reverse, but also to the story it represents, connecting them to an important moment in history. Authentication and professional grading are essential steps in establishing such high values, as they provide assurance that the coin is genuine and accurately evaluated, which in turn builds confidence among buyers and encourages competitive bidding at auctions. Coins that are graded and encapsulated by trusted services tend to perform better in the market, especially when they exhibit strong eye appeal and minimal flaws. For collectors and enthusiasts. The 1946D wheat penny serves as a perfect example of how a coin that is widely available in lower grades can become exceptionally valuable when found in superior condition, highlighting the importance of careful preservation, detailed examination, and an understanding of grading standards, and whether discovered in an old collection or acquired through a high-end auction. Such a coin represents both a piece of American history and a potentially valuable asset in today's dynamic coin market. Next coin. The 1951D wheat penny is a coin that many collectors initially overlook because of its relatively high mintage at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark beneath the date. Yet when examined closely in higher grades, with attractive surfaces and original toning, it becomes a truly compelling piece in the numismatic world. Most examples of this coin spent years in circulation, accumulating scratches, surface marks, and general wear that softened the finer details of Abraham Lincoln's portrait and the wheat ears on the reverse. And because of this widespread circulation, finding a well-preserved specimen today is far more challenging than many expect, especially one that still retains strong detail and pleasing eye appeal in circulated condition. The 1951D penny often shows moderate to heavy wear, with flattened hair details on Lincoln's head, a smooth cheek, and reduced definition in the wheat stalks. However, coins that fall into higher circulated grades or approach extra fine condition will display noticeably sharper features, including clearer hairlines, a more defined jawline, and visible grain detail in the wheat ears. And these characteristics immediately set them apart from lower-grade examples. Surface quality is one of the most critical factors when evaluating this coin, as collectors carefully inspect for scratches, contact marks, and any signs of damage or improper cleaning. Coins with excessive marks or harshly altered surfaces lose much of their appeal and value, while those with clean, original surfaces are far more desirable and can command strong premiums in the market. Toning also plays a significant role in determining value, as natural toning that develops over time can enhance the visual appeal of a coin, creating shades of brown, reddish-brown, or even subtle hues that give the piece a unique character. Collectors often prefer coins with even, attractive toning rather than dull or uneven coloration, as it reflects proper storage and preservation over the years. When a 1951D wheat penny combines strong detail, minimal surface wear, and attractive natural toning, it becomes a standout example that draws attention from serious collectors. Another important aspect is the presence of any remaining mint luster, as traces of the original shine can still be visible even on lightly circulated coins, and this luster adds depth and vibrancy to the overall appearance, making the coin more appealing under proper lighting. While the 1951D is not considered a rare date in terms of mintage, its rarity increases significantly in higher grades, particularly when the coin is free from major flaws and retains much of its original character. This concept of condition rarity is what drives extraordinary values in the coin market, as collectors are willing to compete aggressively for coins that are difficult to find in superior condition. In exceptional cases, where a 1951D wheat penny is preserved with outstanding detail, minimal scratches, balanced toning, and strong eye appeal, auction prices can reach remarkable levels, sometimes approaching or even reaching $570,000 when the coin is certified at a high grade by a reputable grading service. Such a value may seem surprising for a 1-cent coin, but it reflects the powerful combination of demand, condition, and visual quality that defines the upper end of the numismatic market. The historical context of the 1951 wheat penny also adds to its appeal, as it was minted during a period of post-war economic growth in the United States, when coins were heavily used in everyday transactions, leading to significant wear on most surviving examples. This makes well-preserved coins from this era especially desirable, as they represent a small fraction of the original mintage that managed to survive with minimal damage. Authentication and professional grading are essential when dealing with high-value coins like this, as they confirm the coin's authenticity and provide an accurate assessment of its condition, which in turn increases buyer confidence and encourages competitive bidding at auctions. Coins that are properly graded and encapsulated tend to perform better in the market, particularly when they exhibit strong eye appeal and original surfaces. For collectors and enthusiasts, the 1951D wheat penny serves as a powerful reminder that even coins considered common can achieve extraordinary value under the right conditions, highlighting the importance of careful examination, proper storage, and an understanding of grading standards, and whether discovered in an old collection or acquired through a high-profile auction. Next coin. The 1953D wheat penny is a coin that often appears ordinary at first glance, yet it becomes truly remarkable when preserved in higher grades, especially in extra-fine condition where much of its original detail and character remain intact. Struck at the Denver Mint and identified by the small D mint mark beneath the date, this coin was produced in large numbers. But like many coins of its era, the majority entered circulation and experienced years of handling, resulting in scratches, surface wear, and gradual loss of detail, which makes well-preserved examples increasingly difficult to find today. A typical circulated 1953D penny will show flattened features on Abraham Lincoln's portrait, including reduced definition in the hair and cheek, along with worn wheat stalks on the reverse where the fine grain lines have faded. However, an extra fine example stands out by retaining sharp and clear details with visible strands of hair, a well-defined jawline, and distinct wheat ears that still display much of their original structure. This level of preservation greatly enhances the coin's appeal among collectors who value both detail and historical authenticity. Surface condition is one of the most important factors in determining value, as collectors carefully examine coins for scratches, contact marks, and any signs of cleaning or damage. Coins with excessive marks or altered surfaces tend to lose desirability, while those with smooth, original surfaces and minimal imperfections are far more attractive and command higher prices. The natural color of the coin also plays a key role, with collectors preferring original brown or reddish-brown tones that develop over time, rather than artificially brightened or cleaned surfaces, because originality is closely tied to authenticity and long-term value. Another critical aspect is the presence of remaining mint luster, which can still be seen in some extra-fine coins as a subtle glow that enhances the overall appearance and gives the coin a more vibrant and fresh look. This luster, combined with strong detail and clean surfaces, significantly increases the coin's eye appeal and makes it more competitive in the auction market. Although the 1953D Wheat Penny is not considered rare based on mintage alone, its rarity increases dramatically in higher grades, especially when the coin is free from major flaws and retains much of its original character. This concept of condition rarity is what drives exceptional prices, as collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that are difficult to find in superior condition. In rare cases where a 1953D penny is preserved with outstanding detail, minimal scratches, and exceptional eye appeal, auction results can reach astonishing levels, sometimes approaching or even reaching $580,000 when the coin is certified at a high grade by a reputable grading service. Such values highlight the importance of quality over quantity in the world of coin collecting, where even a common date can become extremely valuable when it exists in near-perfect condition. The historical significance of the 1953 Wheat Penny also adds to its appeal, as it was minted during a time of economic growth and stability in the United States, when coins were heavily used in everyday commerce, leading to widespread wear on most examples. This makes well-preserved coins from this period particularly special, as they represent a small fraction of the original mintage that survived with minimal damage. Collectors are drawn not only to the coin's iconic design, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat ears on the reverse, but also to the story it carries, connecting them to a specific era in history. Authentication and professional grading are essential steps in establishing such high values, as they confirm the coin's authenticity and provide an accurate assessment of its condition, which in turn builds confidence among buyers and encourages competitive bidding at auctions. Coins that are properly graded and encapsulated tend to perform better in the market, especially when they exhibit strong eye appeal and original surfaces for collectors and enthusiasts. The 1953D Wheat Penny serves as a powerful reminder that even coins that seem common can achieve extraordinary value when preserved under the right conditions, highlighting the importance of careful examination, proper storage, and a deep understanding of grading standards, and whether discovered in an old collection or acquired through a high-profile auction. Such a coin stands as both a historical artifact and a potentially valuable asset in today's ever-evolving numismatic market.